right, so you guys are here. We're going to try something. I'm going to let you hold the mic for a second.
Okay.
And I know we got the audio right. I know we got the video on. We just need to get the main camera back on.
And then we'll be in business, folks. Everybody be back on here in a bit. All right. Okay.
All right.
There you go, kind sir.
All right. How you guys can hear us right now? Probably a little loud, but that means you can hear us nevertheless. Rashad, Dave,
We're
give me
here.
a little mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Before we roll into it too much, we're going to make sure that you guys can hear us because I know we had a lot of problems on that last broadcast. I'm thoroughly embarrassed. These guys are holding it strong. They like, it's all right, Chris, but I want my stuff to be like you watching ESPN. I didn't spend all this money on all this stuff for it to just kind of be like, all right. So that's where my heartache is coming from right now. But I appreciate you guys
all good.
just chilling and everything. Again, just waiting for a few more comments to hear that we are live and pretty good right now.
People are saying loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
So I think we're in a pretty good spot.
We're in a pretty good spot.
I think so.
All right, so we're about to get started. Reminder, this show is live for a reason. We want to interact with you guys that are out there watching. So please, there's a link in the description. Click on that link, whether you're on your phone, your tablet, whatever, that'll allow you to come onto the show. Ask one of these 4 smart guys any questions that you may, or if you just want to vent, have a comment about the game, we're here for you. But otherwise, we're going to start off, go through a few things in which we want to talk about, and then we're going to open it up to all the live and interactive questions that you guys could have. I know I'm a big family guy, right? So I got to get some personal things out the way first and really, really quickly. The one is a big shout out to the wife who is at home taking care of this beautiful little daughter that you see on the screen now, 2 weeks old, not getting much sleep. She's allowing me to come out here and still continue to do this stuff while we have mom-in-law at the house to help hold things down. So I got to shout out to the wife for doing that. And then also my oldest.
Hey.
You know, I got the whole spectrum here. This is my son. His birthday is tomorrow.
Nice.
The oldest.
Okay.
He was the only one for a long time, but his birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to you, Chandler. Love you much. And yeah, so I had to get that family. So anybody else got any personal things they want to shout out? We good to go?
I think we good, man.
I just want to be equal opportunity here.
I don't want to outshine that too, by the way. I'll let you
I can't compete with 2-week-old baby.
Right.
I can't compete with
23-year-old kids.
Yeah,
you know,
I can't compete with that.
It's just what I do. Just a day in the life. But let's go ahead and get into it. We got to set the stage for this matchup here today. Andre, I think you have it in front of you where we're going to talk about the history of this Colts and Panthers matchup.
Yeah, let's do it. So Carolina facing Indianapolis today. Thank you for that, Rashad.
Talking to nobody.
Right. Make sure everybody can hear me, right, as we're getting ready here. So coming into today's matchup, Carolina currently leads the series 5-2, all time against Indianapolis. Here at home, they lead the series 2-1. So hopefully we can keep that good luck going for us here today. The last time we did face Indianapolis was back in 2019, and it took me a minute to remember this game because this was I believe this was the first game that Perry Few.
Rashad and Dave. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah.
We'll share one because
Okay.
they comment to share. Go ahead. We're good.
We're good, right? But this was, I believe, the first game that Perry Few coached the Panthers after Ron Rivera got fired.
Wow.
It was a 38-6 game in Indianapolis, so definitely a game that, for many, we don't want to remember because of the outcome of that game and the circumstances of where the team was at that point in time.
Yeah, the last game I remember was a Monday night game right here at Bank of America Stadium.
Yes.
And it was cold, it was raining, went to overtime, ended up winning the game, but that's the last game I remember with the Colts, between us and the Colts. So yeah, it was great time. Good times with the Colts.
And that was the last time that they played here in Charlotte, was back in 2015. So hopefully we can spew some of that magic here today.
Hey, was Perry Few the worst interim head coach we ever had?
We ain't exactly have too many. So from that standpoint, I mean,
there's that. There's Steve Wilkes on the list.
But you knew it was bad. But that's the only 2.
Yeah, the only 2 that I can think of, right?
Yeah, there's only 2. Because like Dom Capers got let go at the end of the season. George Seifert got let go at the end of the season. John Fox got let go at the end of his contract. Then the 2. So yeah, in a landslide.
Yeah, I think it's I don't think he even won a game
He did.
in his short tenure as interim coach. I think it was like 5 games to end out the season back in 2019. But that's in the past. We're here in the now.
Facts.
And this is a good opportunity for Carolina to potentially go on a winning streak here today as we take a look at our top 10 rankings for both teams. Let's start out with Indy. We'll get that stuff out of the way, right? Offensively speaking, they have a lot of top 10 categories that they rank in. Points per game at 24.8, which is 7th in the NFL.
Right.
Yards per game, 362 yards, which is 8th in the NFL. Rushing yards per game, and that's going to be a key one here in today's game. 129 yards a game for them, which is 9th in the NFL. So offense is obviously a strong suit for Shane Steichen and the Colts, and that will be, you know, a key thing that Carolina is going to have to focus in on here today. And as we take a look at us, a lot of defensive marks on our end, which is obviously the strength of our team right now in the top 10 rankings. Third down efficiency, we're 8th in the NFL with 35%, getting the opponent off the field, so that's going to be another key one for today. Passing yards given up, we're 6th in the NFL, which is kind of a surprise with all the injuries that we've had in our secondary and really as a whole defensively, only giving up 187 yards per game. So definitely another key ranking that Carolina would like to bank on here today.
Yeah, I just think when you look at some context surrounding those, the passing yards given up, a lot of teams can run on us. So they don't really have to, you know,
Right.
don't have to throw it very much, or we're playing from behind, and so, you know, they can stick on, just run the football, drain the clock. So I think there's a little context of the pass. We don't have
inflated.
we don't have a top, what is that, top 7, top 6 secondary. That's
Yeah.
not the case. Let's be real. But yeah,
It's rough in these secondary streets with all the injuries that we've had. But like he said, because we changed to a 3-4 scheme, the best way to attack a 3-4 scheme is running the football. So I'm very concerned with regards to that. But overall, I hope we see some improvement within our run defense because I haven't seen it yet. But Evero has done a phenomenal job with all the injuries that he's had.
Yeah. I think that's it on my end, man. I think
right.
that covered all bases that I would like to cover, at least for now.
All right, well, just share the mic with me a little
Yeah,
bit,
well, I'll
if you
give
don't
it to
mind.
you.
All right, that's
Yeah.
right. I like you holding my mic. I feel
You feel
I
more
this
official,
is
right?
my appeasement for all the other crap that has gone on today. So each week I try to get into the locker room, talk to some guys. Recently I hadn't been able to, but last week I was able to get into the locker room. So one of the guys that I went straight to and wanted to talk to, and we're going to talk about here, is Jonathan Mingo.
Okay.
He had his best yards as a receiver last week, something that if it increases will be a great thing, right? So we're going to have more than just Adam Thelen to go to. So I'm going to go ahead and play some of the video of me talking with Jonathan Mingo about his progression this year as a wide receiver.
Just getting more used to the flow of the game. Just probably being more consistent in the game, passing game. Just picking up a lot of everything feels slower now since I got used to the NFL game. Just feel like just playing football at this point.
I would get it.
Yeah.
The weeks get slower. I mean, the weeks get to running by fast and the game starts to move slower. So it's getting pretty easy to me. It's my style of play, just playing faster. You know, I feel like once you first get here, you're trying to like all the plays and stuff, so you don't think as much. But like once you get the plays and everything down, it allows you to relax and play fast and pick up like the rest of your reach, like reading defense and reading DB you're going against instead of trying to figure out what you're trying to run on this play.
Yeah, and what about your blocking? You said you take a lot of pride in that as well?
Oh yeah, the blocking's on tape. I feel like the coaches pride me in the blocking game. I feel like I'm personally the best blocker we got right now. They put a lot of blocking assignments on me, so I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? One always saying to whom much you give, much you require. So I take a lot of pride in the blocking game, so it can give me more passing plays, like Coach Evans say, no block, no rock.
So I like that in there. No block, no rock, right? And but he said, yeah, he's getting more comfortable with it. Coaches talked about him having more confidence as he's going along. So I think that's like your typical rookie things that you want to see is, hey, as the season progresses, I no longer have to think about just what am I doing and where am I running to. I can now think another layer deep and know about the defense and try to maximize things a little bit better. What do you guys think about Mingo's performance so far?
A little slow. It's coming along a little slow. I would say this though.
He's behind where you'd like him to be.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. I think he's kind of on track. You know, we were blessed with the opportunity to sit down with Steve Smith right after the draft, and we spoke about Mingo And he said, Steve Smith, and I always defer to him as a wide receiver great.
Right.
He always said that, hey, Mingo is going to be a 2-year to 3-year guy. That's when you're going to see him be in his element. Right now, I was actually surprised to see him get as many snaps as he's getting early. So I think he's coming along right about where we wanted to see him. Now, with that said, though, I'll say this: the Colts secondary they're in shambles right now. So if there's any game for all of our receivers to get right, it's today. It is today. That Colts secondary is depleted. So we want to see other folks touch the football outside of Adam Thelen. And I think today is another day where you're going to see Jonathan Mingo get a lot of touches. So I think he's going to be good.
Yeah, the sentiment, to agree with what Rashad said, man, we have to have some level of patience with some of these players, right? I think everybody has this expectation that they're going to ball out of their mind all the time, coming straight from the rookie to the college to the NFL. Sometimes that's just not the case. And if a wide receiver great like Steve Smith says you got to give it at least 2 to 3 years, you kind of need to give him 2 to 3 years. Like, we can't be out here talking about the guy's not good yet until we give the guy at least 3 years anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I don't start talking bust on a single player until 3 years.
Right.
Ever.
And that's the thing, too. Like, you're trying to balance the patience aspect and then the results. And so far, let's just be real, the results have been a little underwhelming up to this point. But you're going to have those moments where you're going to feel a little disappointment because, honestly, as a whole, the offense is kind of dragged along and hasn't really had that breakout game. Obviously, last week they got their first win, but there's still some things that they would like to do to try to open up the offense and actually get some points on the board. I think today there's that opportunity for that to happen because, let's just be frank about it, the Colts are just not good defensively. They're just not. They're in the bottom half of the league in a lot of major statistical categories. So we'll see if Jonathan Mingo, for one, can get his first touchdown today and have the kind of performance that we all expect him to have.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I do think also this is another week where you're going to see him going against another draft counterpart, right? So Josh Downs with the Colts. Last week it was Tank Dell. And so when you're seeing your fellow counterparts getting busy, you kind of want to step up and say, all right, it's my turn. So I think that will help propel his performance along. So I expect another big game. It's not big game. I say another moderate game from Mingo this week as well.
Is Mingo putting himself in a position to really continue to push Marshall down that depth
Well,
chart?
wait.
Okay.
Wait. He's already down the depth chart. I try to tell you guys wide receiver 5 before the season.
Yeah.
None of y'all listened to me. Y'all thought I was delusional. Where are you now? Where are you? But on a serious note, and we talked about this on our show on Tuesday, it doesn't look good when you request a trade and nobody trades for you. It doesn't, and I feel for him. So I think he's he's 4 at best at this point. So he gets activated on game day, but he's pretty much at the bottom of the chart from that standpoint, in my opinion.
And we'll jump over to the other side of the ball. Last week we had Frankie Louvu come out and play an exceptional game. You probably remember, because I think I saw you might have tweeted about his Luke Kuechly-like stat that he had.
Ooh.
Anybody remember what it was?
It was like 12 tackles. I don't remember everything, but it was 12 tackles, two pass deflections. I believe that was it. What's good, fellas? Yeah, I can't remember the rest of the stats though.
So I had a chance to talk with Louvu as well, but I asked him one thing, which is about this defense. They're still playing, to me, very respectable, considering all the injuries that they continue to have. I think Ivero's doing a really good job of keeping this defense from just being. I felt like they would have been embarrassed long before they have been, and they've been keeping this. I feel like he's already ready to get on me.
No, go ahead.
No? All right. So I asked Louvu about that, and speaking of guys on the defensive side, that's where they get a lot of guys on injury reserve. Justin Houston was placed on the IR yesterday. I think bringing that total to 8 or 9 on the defensive side that has been placed on IR. So Louvu spoke about the injuries as well as what they have to do to play competitively against the Colts. So I'm going to cue that up for you guys as well.
Just the young guys and the guys coming back on rehab, man, just getting them to buy in with what we got going on. Like heading into each week, man, we don't know who's down, who's questionable. Me and Burns were questionable during the week, but as the week went on, man, we just kind of got our bodies right. It's gonna be it's that time of the season game, bodies start aching, things hurting here left and right, but at the end of the day, it's the most healthiest team that suit up on Sunday should be good. Got good backs, you know, hard runner down. But we're going to treat it like every other week, man. They're going to try and come in and they're trying to run the game. They're going to come in there 11, 12 personnel game, 2 tight ends, and pretty much line up and play hard-nosed football. And if it got to be that game, it got to be that game. But as far as us as a defense and what we got to focus on is just do what we do at practice. Fly around, communicate, and just have energy.
All right.
So continue to move along. So we're playing the Indianapolis Colts today. I want to get you guys' thoughts on keys to the game today as far as what we have to do to be successful. But before, I'm going to give you a second to think about it because I asked Frank first about what does this Indianapolis Colts team do good on all 3 phases, special teams, offense, and defense. And then when we come out of that, I'm going to get you guys' thoughts on keys to the game today for the Carolina Panthers to get 2 wins in a row.
It could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
On offense, this team, you know, they've been consistent. They've been consistent in scoring points, gaining yards. You know, good. They run a bunch of no huddle. They run more no huddle plays per game than anybody else. They run more RPOs than anybody else. They score points. You know, they've been productive on offense. Shane Steichen's done a great job. They've, you know, spread the ball around. On defense, you know, Gus Bradley, you know him well, and he's an excellent coach. They've had to, you know, manage a lot of moving parts. You know, done a good job. Certainly, they run to the ball better than anybody. They mix up their coverages. You know, he's pressuring more than he's pressured in the past. You know, very disruptive players. They take the ball away extremely well. You know, when you look at their play, you know, Kenny and Shaq and Zaire and the whole crew. You know, a lot of strip sacks, so they take the ball away, do that very well. You know, and then on special teams, they're fast on special teams. They really cover well. So good football team.
Frank, I think
I was muted. Oh, you trying to mute me, man? Come on, man. You trying to silence me? You trying to silence me, man? You trying to silence me, man? They don't want me to pod. They don't want me to pod. Remember that. Remember that. Right. It's all good. It's all good.
That's the last thing I would say. This guy is
It's all
great.
good. All good. So now I was saying that Frank was awfully complimentary of his old squad. Listen, this game means a lot to him, right? Always want to get back your old team.
Yeah.
So he's gonna want that get back, and so I think that, you know, he's again awfully complimentary. They have some issues on defense. Defensively, they're banged up in the secondary, so I think it's time for Bryce Young, Mingo, all these guys to kind of get right and step up. So I think you'll see a 300-yard game for Bryce. It'll probably be his first one if I'm not. Oh, you want? Go ahead, Dave. My bad.
Here's my. No, you good. No, you good. I didn't cut. I was gonna wait for you. I just want
to pod either.
You're right.
Hey, but
I do not.
300 yards?
I think so.
Listen, here's my thing.
So can I before
Go for it.
With that 300, who's going to be number 1, number 2? What we going to look like?
Obviously. Oh, you hooked. Thank you. I can talk on this mic.
Yeah, get your mic.
I think that it's going to be Thelen. I think they're going to be number 1. Obviously,
Okay.
I would like to see Chark. Chark would be great.
120.
I would say 110, 120. I think something like that. A lot, probably about 10 catches.
Okay.
I would like to see that flip to somebody else.
Okay.
I would like to see Chark stretch the field. Sir,
Guys,
sir,
it's
we gotta
over.
let that one go. We gotta
It's
let that one
over.
go. Mingo, we like to see those guys get, you know what I mean, get the football and listen. Chark is the one I really want to see. It's time to see that the field get stretched. I want to see that. We haven't seen it all year, so I'd like to see that deep connection be made. But yeah, that's what I think it's going to be.
The question.
Thelen, Chark.
The question I have. We out here talking about 300-yard games. Is if Thomas Brown's going to call it so it can be a 300-yard game?
Yeah.
Because
Can we have a 300-yard game and no rushing attack?
That is the key right there.
I mean, that's the why.
Because
That's
for
a
me-
key component.
Yeah, that's for me, right? So we can talk 300-yard games all we want, but we know that to win games as Panthers, 300-yard games historically hasn't been the way. We're going to have a good running game going. And then it just got to be a situation where Frank Wright just wants to unleash.
Yeah, Tuba's going to get the start. He's going to get the bulk of the carries. Miles and Blackshear coming there rotating. Tuba's hands have gotten better this season. So, but the line's going to be key for that, right? The line's going to be key for him getting those 300 yards. You want to say something?
No, I was just going to say, no, I think you're right. Offensive line is key, but I think this is their second game together as a crew. So I think over time it will continue to get better and better and better. But yeah, you're absolutely right in your assessment in that we are going to need that run game. We have to see some success. I'm not saying we need to average 7 yards to carry by any means, but having some success on the ground will allow that pass game to open up. So I think you'll see a complete offense here. I think this is the game you'll start to see a complete offense, and we got to get on track. Listen, the Colts offense, we don't want to get in a shootout by any means. I don't think we'll win a shootout, but I do
excited
think
to watch. We hadn't watched
right. That is true. We have not seen anything, but I don't think we'll win a shootout. But I do think I think it'll get better here. And again, we talked about this last week with the defense, and that defense. I mean, doing what they're able to do with all these injuries is just impressive. So if they can slow down Minshew, and put the football in his hands, they got Moss, they got Taylor, and those guys are excellent. They have a really, really good rushing attack, and to slow that down is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, but if we can put the football in Minshew's hands, hopefully he makes a couple of mistakes. That'll be the key to victory.
Is that a Colts jersey behind us?
Man, it's nothing but Colts.
What's going on with that?
Let me. No. I gotta get. No. We got good segue. Excellent segue, Chris.
We got to address this, right?
Panther Nation.
Colts fan? Colts fan?
No. Listen,
A lot of Colts
for those who haven't
The
realized
wrong
it yet,
type of blue.
we're live at Bank of America Stadium. We sitting here enjoying the nice weather. I wish we had 70-degree weather in these streets. But I have a problem here. I'm seeing too many horseshoes walking down these streets.
One right in front of me.
Man.
There's an ugly one right in front of me, to be honest with you.
He flexing. I don't know, man. He kind of big.
Don't worry, he gonna catch that fade.
Coach Freedom.
I've known him for a while, so I think we'll be okay.
Those are
But-
the worst fights right there.
I know, right?
That's the worst one.
But we have to do better at this. We're 2.5 games out of the division, guys. The season's not over yet. But I've seen a lot of Colts fans. I went to go get a drink. I saw more Colts fans than Panthers fans.
Man, we even have the Little League Colts team popping up over here.
Yeah, we got
Colts.
y'all
I
here
mean-
paying for these kids to go to. This is the travesty. over here.
Jeez. I mean, they're just everywhere today.
They're
I mean,
everywhere.
this
There's
is-
a lot
this
of Colts
is a little
fans here,
concerning.
guys. I just wanted to just put that out there in the atmosphere for y'all, because I need y'all. Y'all live in Charlotte.
Yeah, come on in, man.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't
Oh,
let
man.
CG up
Well, we got to
here.
get a balanced crew. You want to get it? Come on in. We got to show some Panther fans up in here,
Man,
too.
this guy gets excited. You know we don't have a camera operator to get all this right. I just.
Yeah, go
Let me
for
get a
it,
little
man.
mic. I just want to know, you're a Colts fan, right?
Oh yeah.
Are you from Charlotte? In Charlotte? What's your
I'm from North
geographic?
Carolina.
You live here?
Okay.
I live in Lexington.
Okay. So you local?
I'm local
How long you been a Colts fan?
since 2001.
Okay. Who you got today?
Is that a
Here we go.
question?
Yeah.
The Colts.
Score?
Oh, that's a great question. They might put up, I don't know, let's see, touchdown, 2 field goals at best.
Panthers? So you giving up what? You giving the Panthers about 10?
Panthers about
10?
about 13.
That's 13
2
points,
field
bro. You
goals.
bugging.
Okay.
Y'all defense ain't that good.
Colts going up about 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something
Yeah.
right there.
All right.
You bugging. 13 points, you're bugging.
Your headband bugging.
Nah, you. Oh, here we go. We about to turn this to the plot.
So
Don't
I'm-
do that, CG. Don't do
Not
that.
on this street, fellas.
I'm gonna bring you back on some more in a minute. But I want to get that quick comment. We're gonna have some more time for y'all to come on, but I just want to see if that brawl would break out. We get those clicks.
Listen, why are you out here
But
trying to
he
create
stayed on the other
violence,
side.
man?
Bro,
I should have had him
Mid Street,
standing right
man.
beside it so we get that brawl on there.
No, we're not doing that. I'm
We're
not
not doing
being
that?
violent today.
All right. So 300-yard game. I like it. I hope that it happens. One more video I'm gonna play. Then comments. So you guys are
Inactives, too.
the inactives. We're gonna go through some inactives. One more video I want to play from Talk with Adam Thelen. And then also I want you guys to click on that link that's in the description to come on the show, talk to either myself, Andre, Rashad, or Dave, any questions that you have, right? So that link's in the description for you guys to do that. Adam Thelen has been Bryce's guy, which is a little shocking to me. I know somebody might disagree. That's fine if you do. As I was watching his team down in Spartanburg, I really felt like his guy would be Chark. The way that he was throwing the ball to Chark, and not even great balls, but Chark was always going to get them. So it doesn't matter. If you got a guy like a Randy Moss, I'm not a Steve Smith legend, but I did play a little football as well. You throw them go-get-them balls, and he go get it. Like, that's what you need. That's what you like. Adam Thielen touched on the reason why him and Bryce has the chemistry that they have. So let's go ahead and play that.
Yeah, I think again it just comes down to repetitions. Going back to OTAs, training camp, and then really when you start playing games and you start kind of trusting each other. Where you're going to be, when you're going to be there as a receiver. Kind of knowing that what he wants you to do versus certain looks and kind of communicating that. And, I think that's a huge part of having a connection between a quarterback and a receiver.
All right, you guys, give me a second. We're going to bring up the inactive list.
Okay. But yeah, there you have it with Adam Thelen, and again, that's just a relationship that continues to grow and grow throughout as the games go by. And for one, are you guys shocked by the level of production that the two are having and lack of production with other receivers in that group?
I'm disappointed in Chark. I wasn't shocked by Thelen. Like, I think a lot of folks gave Thelen a bad rap. I was asked prior to the season, who's the one, and I told him it was Thelen. And it was there's no hesitation about it, because for me, Thelen was always a dependable guy in Minnesota.
Right.
I think him being too old was kind of over-exaggerated a little bit, and he showed that so far.
Yeah, and it's that veteran leadership that's helping Bryce Young start out and really produce over the past couple of weeks, and that hopes to be the case here today. And I think, Chris, you got the inactives ready to go for us?
I do, and I have a little random comment here. I normally feel pretty good in my suit. You look good, you feel good.
Right.
But I just glanced at the screen, and Rashad was just standing like this, and then he had this perfect reflection of the sky on his glasses, and I said, man, I might want to just give me some shades and be that guy.
Polaroid,
yeah, like we might have
that.
to, tell me where you got them from or something, man.
I'll send you a link.
That's it, a link. He's not giving me nothing.
I'll send you a link.
Hey, it's
I'll
a
send you a
link
link.
exclusive. Y'all don't need to know about it, all right? But nevertheless, let's get right into it with the inactives. This is, it is. It sure is. We're verifying our information right now because we want it to be accurate, right? But let's get right into it. Wide receiver Laviska Shenault, safety Von Bell, cornerback and recently picked up cornerback David Long Jr., offensive tackle Ricky Lee, offensive guard Brett Tooth, and offensive guard Nash Jensen. So I'll say it one more time for everybody in the back over there. Wide receiver Laviska Shenault, safety Von Bell, cornerback David Long Jr., offensive tackle Ricky Lee, offensive guard Brett Tooth, and offensive guard Nash Jensen are going to be your inactives for today's game. Couple of big pieces on that list. I know, Rashad, you're looking at a particular one right now that's giving you some worries. Shoot at it, man.
Yeah, Von Bell is the biggest worry. We thought we were going to get him back. He returned to practice. Obviously, just because you return to practice doesn't mean you're going to play. They probably went through some stuff with him, and he wasn't quite ready. So with him being out, listen, the Colts have some weapons on offense. They have some guys, and so I'm concerned a little bit about our secondary. They played well last week. They held up last week. They didn't give up too many big plays. There was one that they missed. Stroud missed. I forgot who he's targeting, but C.J. Henderson got beat, and they just didn't connect. So the deep threat is going to be there. Hopefully we can overcome the lack of Von Bell, but we're looking to get Von Bell back. We need him back pretty badly.
Yeah, absolutely, and that secondary is going to be tested. But I think for me, I'm more concerned about our front seven. With how they're running the ball and where they're ranking right now. Jonathan Taylor hasn't really been at 100% in terms of how they're using him. Yeah. It's been more of Zach Moss and at that primary role. So it's going to be one of those things where how do they start out running the ball? And that's going to feed into what they do in the pass game too. And if they have a balanced attack, not having Von Bell out there, that's going to be, to me, what's going to be more concerning. If we can't stop the run and put pressure on Gardner Minshew and everybody on that side of the ball, then that's ultimately going to make the absence of Von Bell even more of a gaping hole in our secondary.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the only inactive I'm worried about right now is Von Bell because of the secondary. But other than that, not shocked by anything else. You know, I have biases. I would like to see Lee and Jesse get activated at some point, but I know they're still trying to build. So, yeah, Von Bell. If we give up a big play, the first thing I'm probably going to say in the stands is Von Bell.
Right. So, I think with everybody else there, I think it's pretty straightforward. Laviska Shenault, I don't think we have any major updates on him, but I know he's going to be out for a good bit. David Long Jr.
He told me that he actually had Colorado lit before Deion got there. He said he actually brought a little flavor while he was there.
I believe that.
Yeah,
I'll roll with that.
He was like, yeah. He hasn't been back yet, but he planned on going just miscellaneous.
There
I
you
just
go.
bring what I can.
Right.
I'm still like
Little
pissed
tidbit
off about production.
Yeah, but I mean, everything seems pretty straightforward. David Long literally just got here this week, so that doesn't surprise me that he won't be out there, and then a couple of healthy scratches as well. So,
all right, so we're going to go ahead and speed up for the rest of the show. We had a slow start. All my fault here. I'm still mad, but I'm getting over it. I wish I had enough money to fly Dave back down for another show, so it could be very professionally done like you guys should expect and I want you to have. But this part of the show, we'll go live for the point of interacting with people. So we're going to blaze through these comments here, and everybody on the floor, can't spend too long because I want to try to get through as many as we can, so keep that in mind. But we're just going to start going through them, all right? And you still have the opportunity to call in for one. And he took my mic.
Sorry, man.
That's my fault that we only have one mic. I want to put this comment up here first. Mark Berg says, today I think Bryce gets his first 300-yard game north of the Passage. So that's somebody on the side of Rashad right there.
Okay. And it could happen with how things are rolling with Indy's defense. So
I need the OC to dial it up.
Yeah?
Facts.
All right. Good old Thomas Brown. Will he or will he not dial it up? Matt Chatter says, with everyone on IR, if they double team Burns and Brown, the Panthers will have no pressure.
Yeah, this is key, right? That is very key. Brian Burns has been schemed for, which is why you don't really see him impact the game. However, with that said, somebody else has to step up. DJ Johnson, I think I read, is going to probably get the start. With everybody else we have hurt. I mean, who do we have left at this point? So DJ Johnson, with him, getting a lot of opportunity.
Amari Barno, another guy.
Barno, situational speed guy, but those guys got to step up, man. Somebody's got to feed off of that Brian Burns double team and Derek Brown.
Right. Hey, when the Houston went on IR, I don't know if I'm just being optimistic or what, but I said maybe this is not a bad thing, because that guy. We can disagree. Okay. But I said maybe this isn't a bad thing because we got some other guys that could develop. Because Houston's just kind of been like there, right?
And he hasn't made an impact.
This season was not supposed to be a rebuild. I haven't seen enough out of DJ Johnson to make me think that he should be starting right now.
Can you talk just a tiny bit? I
can't hear you. Speak up.
This season was not supposed to be a rebuild.
Right.
I don't see any reason for DJ Johnson starting this soon in his career right now. He hasn't shown me enough. I understand he has to start now because of the injury circumstances.
Right.
But I'm not optimistic about this situation because you don't bring in Justin Houston if you thought DJ Johnson could figure it out by now.
Okay.
Yeah, so at this point, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. The roster is what it is. And you've got pressure's going to bust pipes. Either he's going to step up or he's not. We traded up to get the guy. He's got to play. And we got to live up to that pick, that capital that we spent on you. Right now, he hasn't done it. He had a good tackle last week, but that's really it. No impact on the game. But today, you got to step it up, and we got to see you today.
And here's the thing with DJ Johnson, and I don't know if you guys know this or not. He is the same age as Brian Burns.
I did know that.
I'll let that one be.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not the same talent level, but it is what it is.
Just another comment.
Be nice. He's a rookie.
Has been poor for years. We got horses going by.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's the real Colt.
The real Colts. That's kind of interesting.
The real Colts are going by.
I wish we had a camera guy right now so we could swing it back. And
a bunch of them, too.
Yeah, look at that.
Got a horse at Geo, too.
Yeah, I did see.
Here's a good one.
Here's
right
a fun
here.
one, and then we'll bring these guys in, and we'll just have some fun these last few minutes. are the playoffs still a possibility for the Carolina Panthers?
Here we go. Here's Dave, Mr.
Optimism right here.
He's about to break it down.
My guy takes my mic away before my like, man, but it's still my. I only got 2 mics, so I love you, Andre. So
Yes.
All good.
Yes.
I wish I could have seen you yesterday. I'm off track, but I wish I could have seen you yesterday at the homecoming.
Oh, I was furious after the game. But yes, I think we do have a chance. We're only 2.5 games out of the division, and we should have never gotten to this point, but we're here. But we still have an opportunity to win the division. With 10 games to go, 2.5 games out, 4 divisional games left, we got a shot. I know folks don't want to hear it, but the thing is, everybody should be optimistic. Do you guys want to send a number 1 overall pick to Chicago?
No.
I don't.
I don't think anybody does.
No, I want to send them something like 20, 24. That's what I want to send. I don't want to send 1 or 5.
Yeah. So to answer the question, technically, yes, we're still in the hunt. I think we have to put some wins together, obviously. And you don't want to get caught peeking, but if you look ahead, there's some winnable games on the on the schedule. So technically, yes, we're still in the playoff hunt. We can still win the division. The likelihood of that happening is pretty slim. Let's be real about it. But technically, yeah, we technically still could make the playoffs.
So, David, would you be placing any bets, any over-unders on the Panthers making the playoffs?
Whoa. Wait, slow down.
Oh, man.
He won't.
I'll tell you. Listen, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a quick story.
He won't.
We were plus 5,000 to win the division at this point, and I was so mad that I was not in Rhode Island to place my bet.
Yeah.
So the thing is, they'll probably be plus 2,000 when I get back. But I plan on going to the casino to place my bet when I get back.
Hey, it's sports betting.
He won't do it.
All right, how about this?
Send us a slip.
If we win today, when I get back to Rhode Island on Thursday, I will be placing the bet.
Okay.
How much?
Nah, if it's plus 5,000, I got to at least do a casino off the principle.
Okay.
We'll see.
Hey, so let's go ahead and go into predictions for this game today. I think we kind of touched on it earlier. I'll start first because I feel like, I don't know, because I'm the host, I get to go first, right?
You call your shot. It's your show.
Colts versus Panthers, do we get a victory today? I feel like it's a very good possibility. Like, I feel like it's so I can't say possibility, right? I'm going to say yes or no. I will say yes, Panthers will get the victory today. I feel like this team is going to want to play for their head coach, right? It's nothing more inspiring to have, like, all your players say, hey, we want to get this one for coach, right? You kind of saw on a different level with that last year with Wilkes came in, how hard the team just started to play for that guy versus how they did under Rule. I'm not saying that exact same thing, but just talking about how a player can want their coach to succeed. They got a taste of victory last week. Why not keep that going with the second home game in a row here tonight? So I'm going to give a 7-point victory to the Indianapolis. I'm sorry. Whoa.
Is that what you're saying?
You
don't believe it. You don't believe it.
It's hard not to get into it, right?
You don't believe it.
You see is Colts, but that's me.
Man almighty. Some hesitation, right? But nevertheless, I'll sound a little more convicted. Heck yeah, Carolina's going to win today. They're going to play for Coach Reich today. This is his revenge game, as much as he doesn't want to say it. Over the past week, this is just business as usual. Yeah, they're going to want to win today, going up. I think it's going to be a closer affair than what you have, Chris. I'm going to say 28-20. His offense finally opens it up a little bit, and we may just see a Jonathan Mingo touchdown out of this game here today. That's my prediction.
You were on point last week about the under 20?
Under 20,
yeah. That was a good call. So for me, I'm going to say Panthers win. I think I agree with everything you're saying about finding something, digging deep and playing for somebody, right? Last week it was us seeing the Hall of Honor guys going in. This week you got the blood and guts game for your head coach. So I think the Panthers are going to win this game. I think it's going to be a little bit high. I say 28-20.
Okay.
Panthers, 28-20 Panthers.
What you thinking, Dave?
Look, man, they have to win today.
Hey, y'all want to come back up?
The Panthers have to win today. The Panthers have to win today. It's imperative that they win today. I think they're going to win by 10. Thinking 24-14. I think it's imperative they win mainly because this is the blood and guts game for Frank Reich. I think he wants to prove a point. So I think that the Colts are not going to be ready for what's going to happen to them today against the Panthers. So they will win by 10.
Yeah, come on in. Do a little bit of a shimmy, right? Let's get these
shimmy.
fellas in here, man. Yeah, go for it, man. Yeah.
Oh, man, we done kicked them out. It's the PNP now. This is the PNP now. Yeah. So shout out to my guys. Shout out to my guys. We in here. We're celebrating G-Ho. So Aggie Pride.
Aggie
Yeah, Aggie Pride. So we are recovering. We are recovering right now.
We are
So
definitely recovering.
So real quick, we were finishing this show off with predictions. So we can go down to that. CG, you gave yours already. D, your prediction on the game, bro.
See, I think like 21, like maybe 13, and that'll be it.
21-13.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to.
I'm going to say it's going to be kind of close. Maybe right to the fourth quarter. Last possession kind of joint. I'm going to say 28-21.
Why are you out here trying to give us heart attacks talking about it's kind of close?
Just we cardiac cats, man.
No, we're not.
We are who we thought they were. Okay? You got to know who your people are.
Okay. So I think we'll do good today.
So CG, you still feeling good? You got time to change. You still got time to change it.
Nah.
You hold that horse, you wear.
You can roast me after if it don't work
Bro,
out.
it's the Frank Wright
we
Bowl.
will
yo.
too.
It's the Frank Wright Bowl. Okay?
But I'm here for it. Let's go.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
I think the Panthers gonna get the dub today. Go Panthers, keep pounding. We gonna get this dub, man. Don't be like
It's
that.
okay.
It's gonna be a real
It's okay.
trip. Back to the crib.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Either way it goes.
Boy, y'all can hit your ride.
Either two people are going to be angry or one person is going to be angry on this ride back.
Hey, it's
Right.
cool. It's good either way. You got one that don't care either way.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
There's no shame in neutral today, sir.
Stay neutral. Stay neutral. All right, that's it. I think we good. We're gonna close out. Shout out to Chris from Charlotte Vibe, man. Have us out here every pregame, every home game anyway. So shout out to him. Make sure you sub. How many you got until 10K? 15, bro.
We got to get there.
That,
we need to get there.
Hit the sub button.
Hit that sub button.
It's a lot of PNP folks that be coming over here. Y'all hit that. Make sure y'all subbed up. Did you give away the jersey yet? The Bryce jersey? So he's a blue, bro. A processed blue Bryce Young jersey. So make sure you hit that sub button. Shout out to my man Chris. This is all you should see all these cables and he got stuff everywhere. Very fantastic. Even though we have technical difficulties, it happens. It happens. So we thank y'all for your patience. Again, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to PNP. We outside. Shout out to the Bruz. Go mom to the Bruz. And Aggie Pride all day.
Aggie Pride all day.
And on that note, we out of here.
Go Panthers, everybody.